Now at 10, as the school year approaches, it means that the pool time comes to a close. Plus, the city of Oswego holds its Back to School Bash. And
players of all ages take to the field for a soccer tournament that supports a good cause. I'm Samantha Walker, and I'll have that story coming up.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Anthony Saviello. Soccer can be a very competitive sport, but in Joplin, the game is being played for a good cause. KOAM Samantha Walker has more on how an annual soccer tournament supports victims of child abuse.
I love soccer. Of course, I grew up playing, still play, I coach, I ref. I'm still heavily involved.
Soccer is something that Jake Schaefer is passionate about. So when he found a way to take the sport he loves and use it to support a good cause, it was a perfect match. He is the event organizer for an annual soccer tournament that benefits the Children's Center, a nonprofit organization that supports victims of child abuse.
The Children's Center just sticks out to me just because of what they do and what they provide to our community. Just giving the kids that have gone through some pretty difficult times in their lives, just someone to talk to. Someone to kind of be on their side to investigate further into just what they're going through.
Samuel Speck is passionate about the sport, owning a soccer store in Neosho called The Corner Kick, as well as both sponsoring and playing in the tournament with the store staff. He says it's the perfect way to help support the community.
As a local business owner, this is what we want to do. We want to grow the game of soccer, use it as we can to help affect the community in a positive way, and couldn't think of a better cause.
Teams and players from all over came to take part in the tournament. It has grown significantly from its first year, now having 22 different teams compete and well over 100 players.
I was very taken aback at first, seeing all the spectators out here, all the players out here, and just seeing everybody all together. It was pretty astounding.
Referees even volunteered for free in the hot temperatures to make sure the tournament was a success.
They're not being paid and giving up their time today, which means we're going to be able to give more money towards the charity. So really proud of them for that and greatly appreciated.
Participants say win or lose, they're happy to play because they know they're supporting a good cause.
Anytime the ball is at your feet, it's hard not to smile if you love this game, and knowing that we're all coming out doing it for a good cause just makes it even better. It's not about celebrating the goals today, it's about celebrating doing something for a great cause.
Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
This was the third year for the charity tournament, and organizers say they hope to continue hosting it for years to come. We'll check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney for a first look at weather.
Temperatures have started to drop down to the lower 80s out in Joplin. It's a mostly clear night tonight, and it feels like it's 83. Temperatures actual 82, so not so bad. We've got a nice southeasterly breeze, about 5-10 miles per hour. Not much else going on. We were pretty, dull weather for the next couple of days. We don't have any rain chances until Thursday. Temperatures are going to continue to rise, but right now 79 out in Monette, 82 in Joplin, 81 Welsh, 85 still in Independence. It's a little patchy out there, and like I said, we've got a nice southeasterly breeze. It's going to continue to shift from the south in the next couple of days, Monday and Tuesday, bringing us a little bit more moisture and a lot more heat into the area. Nice southern air mass moving in. We're going to deal with some pretty hot temperatures Monday and Tuesday. We'll talk about it in just a bit.
All right, Lindsay, thanks. The city of Joplin is warning drivers of a lane shift occurring on Monday, August 5th. The city says traffic on Connecticut Avenue between 32nd Street and the I-44 bridge will be shifted to the newly constructed pavement on the east side of the roadway. During the shift, Joplin warns that side streets will be closed for periods of time. Drivers should expect delays. As summer break comes to an end, Pittsburgh Aquatic Center is closing its doors to the open public for the year. The pool is ending the year off with contests and prizes for guests to enjoy, like a best dive contest and other competitions using the diving boards. The prizes help the pool clear out the concession stand as well.
It's a little bit bittersweet, we get to always see all the kids that come around and get to know our regulars, and so then we have to go another 9 months through the school year of not being able to see them. So we're a family environment, and they're always welcome here during the summer to come and enjoy having fun with us and our lifeguards.
The Aquatic Center will have a swim for dogs on the 14th. Coming up, as the school year comes closer, one local school district is throwing a back-to-school bash. Plus, a bookstore gets some hired help, but they only work for treats. Cell phone usage in Missouri's largest school district was a topic discussed when the superintendent gave her annual State of the Schools message to Springfield's Chamber of Commerce members. Joe Hickman was there and has more.
Springfield Public Schools Superintendent Renita Latham certainly had a unique start to her day, as her State of the School speech included a promise she made at last year's event, where if the district's overall attendance rate was at least 92%, she would take a celebratory water cooler dousing like winning coaches do. So,
this year, our overall district attendance was 91.78%. What would you like for me to do? Round it up, round it up.
And sure enough, students from McGregor Elementary School did the honors.
Well, going through mine was, this is incredible.
I got splashed. I cannot believe that Dr. Latham went through with it. If she's willing to do that for our public schools, what are we willing to do as community members for our public schools?
Latham said the morning soaking was not as bad as the time she had an allergic reaction after letting students throw pies in her face when she was an elementary school principal in North Carolina.
It just swell up and, and the itching and everything.
And when asked why high attendance was worth this sacrifice,
it sets the foundation for students to be successful in life. Being on a job, you must report to work on time and you must be there so that you can be a productive member of any team that you're a part of.
Latham is also big on reading, and the district supplied the audience with books to give their children as part of a push to improve reading skills.
Our goal is to increase our MAP scores by 2%.
With growing momentum nationwide for outright bans on students' cell phones in schools, the topic has led to tense discussions at SPS Board of Education meetings. But as for right now,
we do not allow cell phones in our elementary schools, and then our middle school and high schools in the student handbook, it's a responsible use of those cell phones.
We will be focused on more enforcement of our cell phone policy.
Inevitably, as our students join the workforce, they will have cell phones. And so it's important to make sure that they know how to responsibly use those cell phones.
Cell phones, social media, student mental health issues, they all play a part in discipline and behavior issues.
As summer break comes to an end and school supplies becomes more of a need, the Oswego Christian Church decided to combine summer fun with free school supplies. The Back to School Bash, which took place at Riverside Park, gives residents a chance to get free school supplies along with summer activities like dunking a teacher in a dunk tank and more.
Our church cares for Southeast Kansas, and that we just want to love on them in a way that is tangible and that they can experience. And so our church members throughout the year gather supplies and then we put them together.
Oswego USD 504 schools start back on August 15th. The Federal Communications Commission issued an alert to students and parents warning them to be cautious as criminals prepare to prey on those prepping for the back-to-school season. The FCC says to be alert when shopping for textbooks and supplies if a deal seems too good to be true. Check the store's website to make sure it's genuine and not fake. Cyber criminals may also try to get your data by peddling false student loans from fake companies. Other scams may include fraudulent tech support like false education software or even student job offerings with high pay for very little work. The CDC endorsing schools' use of the distressing techniques after a clear drop in mental health in students after the pandemic. Research shows the programs help students, especially those in low-income communities where students deal with high levels of trauma or stress. The CDC reporting last year that 1/3 of students were experiencing feelings of persistent hopelessness and sadness. Children of color have less access to counselors, and Black youth had the fastest growing suicide rate among racial groups. Teachers say they have noticed a positive change in their students since adopting these programs. A little later, it's time to celebrate America's favorite cookie.
And temperatures continue to rise over the next couple of days. We'll talk about it right after the break. Well, it's a pretty hot day today. Unfortunately, it's not quite over. First half of the week is going to be pretty warm, but luckily tonight, cooling down. Taking a look outside Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Mostly clear night ahead. We do have temperatures dropping down to lower 70s, upper 60s across some of the areas and counties out there. And for the most part, not so bad. Today got up to about 96, but low humidity, so it didn't feel as bad as it has in the last week. And our low was about 66. We're a little bit below average for our low temperatures and a little bit above average for our high temperatures. That's going to continue to rise over the next couple of days, Monday and Tuesday being the hottest days on the forecast. We also don't have any rain to cool us off, not until Thursday. That's going to be our first rain chances in the forecast. It's not even going to be a lot. We're in August now, so we get little to no rainfall and incredibly high temperatures. Starting tomorrow, 77 by 8 a.m. It's going to be sunny all day long and then nearly 90 degrees by noon. We're getting up to about 98 across the region, 97, 98 in most of our central counties, but a little bit warmer around the western counties. Still though, humidity is staying pretty low. We don't have any, we got a dry air mass over us right now, so we're not getting any moisture in the atmosphere for the next several days. Unfortunately, temperatures do still rise. So we are still getting those hot conditions. May expect to see a heat advisory popping up for Monday and Tuesday in the next, Monday morning, maybe even Monday afternoon. So we've got low humidity on Monday, less than 30%. Tuesday, you can start to see that moisture boundary moving in. So we do have a frontal boundary moving into the area Tuesday, not resulting in any rainfall, but it will drop our temperatures. Fortunately, not coming in until after our high temperature for the day on Tuesday. So Tuesday evening is when that air mass is going to be moving into the area. So for our high on Tuesday, getting up to 99, even 100 in some areas. We're going to go ahead and look at that heat indice for Monday. 96 out in Joplin, 99 in Pittsburgh, Parsons, Girard, Chanute, Yates Center, 100 Fredonia, Independence, Nowata, and Sedan. So those western counties getting pretty hot. Eastern counties, 95 in Aurora, 95 in Cassville, not so bad, about what it was today. Then we're going to move into Tuesday. So you can start to see in those northern, far north Kansas City area, you can see the lighter color. That's a cooler air mass that's going to be moving in. Again, not until Tuesday evening, so we'll have cooler temperatures for Wednesday. But Tuesday high 99 in Joplin, 100 Pittsburgh, Baxter Springs, Miami, Oswego, 102 out in Independence, Nowata, 103 in Fredonia and Sedan. So we're getting pretty hot on Tuesday. It's going to be the hottest day that we see. Definitely going to see a heat advisory popping up for Tuesday. Luckily, temperatures drop. 89 on Wednesday, 90 on Thursday, 88 on Friday. And we do have a couple of brief rain showers Thursday and Friday morning. It's going to be pretty light though, not expecting a lot.
And it's hot.
It is, unfortunately, the next couple days, I wouldn't want to be outside in that.
Me neither. All right, thanks, Lindsay. A Nashville bookstore's four-legged employees encourage customers to come in and just hang out. Buying a book is a bonus. Austin Polak takes us to meet the shop dogs.
It's kind of a funny story. A story that's full of joy. One that's good for your soul.
We are at Parnassus Books.
Thousands and thousands of books. Titles include words like puppy brain, names like Bob Dylan. And if you need help, you can ask anyone. Even Miller. But please, wait until playtime is over.
It's a great place to come and hang out and pet a dog.
Ann Patchett is the owner of Parnassus Books in Nashville's Green Hills neighborhood. She has a full staff, both people and pups.
We just call it the shop dogs. And we have a lot of posts on our social media about what the shop dogs are doing, what the shop dogs are reading, the books they enjoy.
Hi everybody, it's Ann Patchett and Nemo Van Devender at Parnassus Books. Nemo got a haircut.
Right, Nemo? Right.
Nemo is one of, say, 4 or 5 of these employees. You know these pups aren't actually on the payroll, right?
A lot of biscuits.
The dogs belong to the staff members. Sometimes they roam around, attached at the hip.
You can just come here and hang out. And the dogs are part of that because people like to come in and just pet a dog for a little while.
But if you're going to come here, try not to Try not to wake up. Shh. Hey, let's go over here and finish the story.
Also, kids like to read to the dogs.
You know the answer if you ask, can I pet your dog?
And it's such a relief when you think, okay, I know you're cute and I know you're sweet, but are you going to be good in the store? And then you find out that the dog is good in the store.
Do you think we gave Winnie back there enough space to finish sleeping on the clock? Shh. Okay, gotta go.
Coming up in sports, the Riverton Little League baseball team looks to keep their season alive. Plus, the Kansas City Royals close out a road trip in Detroit. Brock Baldridge brings us the highlights and more.
Well, the Joplin Outlaws have officially secured their spot in the Mid-America League playoffs. The Outlaws look to finish the regular season strong as they play in their final weekend home game of a Sunday home game series. Well, the Outlaws versus the Shadowcats looking for their third straight win after winning Saturday night's game off of a walk-off single. So we start with the first inning now as Rayvon Morgan hammers this ball into the gap and it rolls onto the short hill there in right field. Morgan is digging around hard around the bases, and he slides in safely with a leadoff triple to start the inning. Next batter to the plate now. Drake Lee rifles this baseball down the right field line, and that drives in a pair of runs. Joplin takes a 2-0 lead early on in this game. So we go to the third inning now. This game's tied up 3-3, bases loaded, and hey, happy birthday, Angus, for Sherman right here. And Matthew Herrera hits a fly ball down the left field line. Brett Starwinski makes the catch, but the Shadowcats add a run. That gives Sherman a 4-3 lead. We head to the fifth inning now. Runner on first, and Rayvon Morgan hits a line drive, but the shortstop makes a nice play, steps on second. Shadowcats spoil the series finale. Sherman beats Joplin 11-3 tonight. Well, the Little League Baseball Midwest Region Tournament continues in Whitestown, Indiana. The Riverton 12U All-Stars lost on their opening game, so now the team moves on to the elimination bracket looking to keep their season alive. Riverton had to tightrope out of a nail-biting game, but they get the job done. Riverton beats Team Nebraska 6-5 as they advance in the elimination bracket. Rylan Baker goes 1-for-1 with a double. Scored a pair of runs in this game for Team Kansas. Riverton's next game will be on Monday morning beginning at 9 a.m. as they will face Team Minnesota. And you can watch that game on ESPN+. Well, the Kansas City Royals have been one of the hottest teams in the American League since the All-Star break. The Royals wrap up their series finale with Detroit on the road. Royals at Tigers, second inning of the game. Urshela singles through the left side, and that brings home a run. The Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Detroit led 2-0 in the sixth inning now as the line drive is hit by Dylan Dillinger, and Hunter Renfroe is there to make a leaping catch to catch that one out of the sky on the warning track, and nice catch there by Renfroe, saves an extra base hit. So we head to the top of the ninth inning now. Tigers lead 2-0, 2-on-2 out for MJ Melendez, and he crushes one deep to right field, and it's a go-ahead 3-run homer, and the Royals take their first lead of the day. So go to the bottom of the ninth now. Hunter Harvey on the mound looking for the save. Colt Keith hits a line drive right to Adam Frazier at third. The throw to first is in time for the double play, and the Royals win a huge game on the road. Kansas City beats Detroit 3-2. The St. Louis Cardinals are on the road against the Chicago Cubs on Sunday Night Baseball. Chicago takes 3 of the 4 games in the series. Cubs win the series finale 6-2. However, Mason Wynn had a 2-run homer for the Cards in this one. St. Louis will face the Mets tomorrow afternoon. Well, it feels like we just got started, but there's only one more week remaining in the Paris Olympic Games, and Team USA is catching up with the rest of the world for Olympic gold medals. What a Sunday it was for Team USA in the 2024 Olympic Games. Kristen Faulkner got the day started with the gold medal in the women's cycling, and then Bobby Fink wins gold and sets a new world record in the men's 1,500-meter freestyle. Then the women set a world record of their own in the pool on Sunday. The United States women win a gold medal in the women's 4x100 medley relay. And then a big surprise was Noah Lyles, who wins gold by 5/100ths of a second in the men's 100-meter final. Lyles becomes the first U.S. athlete in 20 years to win gold in the event. So now USA has caught up with China. They are each have 19 gold medals. However, when it comes to the total medal count, USA has over 70, China with 45.
Just, we're pretty cool, I think, is basically what that's saying.
Well, it is impressive, especially with this country, getting all the medals. I mean, it's hard enough to just, get into the medal round, but to actually win them is pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Brock. We'll be right back. Well, grab some milk and get ready to celebrate National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day. So grab yourself some chocolate chip cookies, and because they're hugely popular, and if you didn't know, they're considered America's #1 favorite cookie, and in honor of Chocolate Chip Cookie Day, look at what my amazing, beautiful wife brought us for us all to share. And you're going to tell us about final weather before we dive into these things real quick.
We can't eat them yet.
We can't eat them yet.
Final weather looking pretty good, although we do have pretty high temperatures Monday and Tuesday, especially. After that, a frontal boundary moves in Tuesday evening, dropping those temperatures down to upper 80s.
And a final sports note.
Yeah, hard to believe, but this is the final weekend without football. So from here on out, we will have football. The Kansas City Chiefs, they kick off their first preseason game next Saturday against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So looking forward to it.
It's exciting. Well, we're going to celebrate our cookies. Cheers. Cheers with our cookies here. Yep. Go grab a chocolate chip cookie. Celebrate National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day from all of us here at KOAM. Have a great night.